Am I the butthole for freaking out after discovering my husband has been secretly recording me at home? Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be writing this, but I feel completely shaken right now and need to know if I'm overreacting. My whole world feels upside down after what I just discovered about my husband, Adam 33M. We've been married for 5 years, and everything seemed relatively normal between us until a few days ago, when I found out he's been secretly recording me at home. This is a long one, but I need to get it all out and figure out if I'm the one in the wrong for freaking out. I 30F work from home, and my husband works in an office. He's always been a bit protective of our privacy, constantly talking about keeping our personal lives away from prying eyes, ensuring that we have secure passwords, and making sure we're not oversharing on social media. I always appreciated that about him because, in today's world, privacy can feel like a luxury. We've never had any major issues in our marriage. Sure, we've had the usual ups and downs, but nothing that made me question our relationship or his character. He's always been the tech guy in our relationship, setting up our smart home system, installing security cameras outside the house for safety, and managing our Wi-Fi networks. I trusted him completely with all things tech related, but recently, I started noticing something strange. I'd be in different rooms of the house, talking on the phone or even just going about my day, and Adam would later mention things I'd said or done when he wasn't even home. At first, I chalked it up to coincidence, maybe. He saw a text on my phone or overheard something I forgot I told him. That all changed last week. I had a Zoom call with some friends from work, and we were joking around about various things. It was lighthearted, but I made a joke about Adam being a little over the top with his security obsession. I didn't think much of it, and I certainly didn't tell him about the joke, but the next day, he brought it up. He knew exactly what I had said during that call, and he wasn't laughing. T that moment, I had a sinking feeling in my stomach. I didn't say anything right away, but I started paying more attention to how Adam seemed to know about things he shouldn't. I decided to do a little digging. We have security cameras outside the house for protection, but I started wondering if there were cameras inside that I didn't know about. Adam has access to all the tech, and he knows I'm not the most tech-savvy person, so it wouldn't have been hard for him to set something up without me realizing. One day while Adam was at work, I started going through the house, checking all the rooms, looking behind picture frames, bookshelves, and even the air vents. I felt ridiculous, like I was starring in some sort of spy thriller, but I needed to know if I was just being paranoid or if there was something going on. And then I found it. In the corner of our bedroom, behind a small decorative plant on the shelf, I found a tiny, almost unnoticeable camera. My heart dropped. I started shaking as I unplugged it and checked the rest of the house. I found another one in the living room, disguised as part of the speaker system, and yet another one in the kitchen, tucked away near the ceiling. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. These cameras were set up to record everything, every conversation, every move I made while I thought I was alone at home. He had been watching and recording it all. When Adam came home that night, I immediately confronted him. I didn't ease into it. I asked him why the hell he was recording me without my knowledge. At first, he tried to play dumb, acting like he had no idea what I was talking about. But when I showed him the cameras I'd found, he admitted it. His excuse: "It's for your safety," he said. He claimed that he'd installed the cameras to make sure I was safe while I was home alone, especially since I work from home and we live in a neighborhood that's had some break. But that excuse didn't fly with me. If it was for my safety, why didn't he tell me? Why was he watching me in private moments without my knowledge? Why did he never mention the cameras when I asked him how he knew things I hadn't told him? I told him it felt like a huge violation of my privacy and trust, and I was beyond furious. Adam's reaction? He got defensive. He said I was overreacting and that I should be grateful he was looking out for me. He even had the audacity to say, "You wouldn't be so upset if you weren't hiding something." That statement floored me. I'm not hiding anything. The fact that he turned the blame on me made my anger skyrocket. I packed a bag and left the house that night, staying with my sister to cool down. It's been a few days, and I still feel sick to my stomach about this. I haven't gone back home, and I've barely spoken to Adam. He's texted me a few times, trying to apologize but still sticking to his story that the cameras were for my own good. My sister thinks I should leave him because this is a massive breach of trust, and she's honestly creeped out by the whole thing. Some of my friends say that while it's weird, I'm overreacting because he wasn't doing it to hurt me, but I can't shake the feeling that this is a huge violation of my privacy. I feel like I've been living in a reality show without my consent, and I don't know if I can trust Adam anymore. If he's willing to secretly record me like this, what else is he capable of? Since I originally wrote this post, things have escalated. I returned home to talk to Adam and try to work things out, but I found out something even more shocking. Not only had he been recording me, but he was also keeping audio logs of all our private conversations. He'd hidden microphones in multiple rooms, and he had entire audio files saved on his computer, detailing personal conversations between me and my friends, family, and even private calls I made for work. I found these when I was snooping on his computer. I know it's wrong, but I had to know the truth. When I confronted him about the audio recordings, he completely flipped out and accused me of invading his privacy. The irony, right? At that point, I realized there was no way we could come back from this. I'm now in the process of filing for divorce. This entire situation feels surreal, like something out of a movie, but I can't be with someone who would go to these lengths to spy on me. Am I overreacting for being this furious and wanting to leave him? Is there any justification for what Adam did, or is this as messed up as it feels to me? I don't know what to think anymore. Reddit, please let me know, am I the butthole for freaking out after discovering my husband was secretly recording me in our home? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, please.